And welcome back to the Constitutionals Podcast. I'm your host, Chad White. If you didn't know, this is the premier podcast. If you didn't know, this is the premier podcast for the website, cpluscomedy.com. Like I just said, it's a website. Go there. We're on a strict deadline today. As per usual, I would not have it any other way. This is the Constitutionals. I don't know if you can see me or not, but this episode has very little light. I'm, again, in the car. This time I still have the microphone on me, the good one. Sitting in the car. I am down the street from so many landmarks. Well, down the street, I'm like 5 feet away. Let's see what we got next to me. If you can guess where I am, text me your answers. I will send you a surprise. I will accept submissions now. Nothing better than dead air on a podcast. Okay. Answers are. I'm down. I don't want to be too specific. Right next to the Beltline, the Atlanta Beltline, a part of it. Freedom Parkway's a mere foot from that. And what part of the Beltline am I near? Oh, Beltline. The Beltline. It's basically all these lime. Oh, my man's just sprinting up the hill. I see you, brother. Anyway. Very close to the part with that's under this bridge type area, near the skate park, essentially. Very close to the townhomes. I was just at a coffee shop. Now I'm here. Let me give you a little update of my life, where it stands right now. I haven't worked in about 3 weeks at that job, that cushy job I thought I had. I've been emailing them saying, "Hey guys, please." Like, "Oh, don't worry, we'll get to it." Then I noticed this morning that I wasn't going to talk about this, but now I guess I will to my dozens of listeners. And this morning I check they have a scheduling app that they work with. So I check the scheduling app to see I'm going to see if all of the freelancers aren't getting time. Turns out all of them are, except me. People who have not worked in the news. I know this because I've spoken to them and said, "Hey, what'd you do before this?" People who have not worked in the news, and they're getting way more time than me. Given I've worked at several news publications in several capacities, and I know what in the hell I'm talking about. Given I also do this bullcrap, which has led me to talk to an abundant amount of people in the news. So I have a vast experience. Anyway, finally, I get an answer out of the same person I've been emailing for the past 3 weeks. She gives me like 2 excuses. One of them is that there was a death in the family, which, fine, I get. I understand that. I'm sorry. She said she was gone for like 7 to 10 days. And that's why, I wouldn't get a lot of communication, but still. Come on. And then there was, she said, well, so they had me editing video, which is super easy. Then they had me writing, which is difficult because news writing is way difficult. It's different. It's way different than writing a book, which I've done, which is not good. Is writing a script, which I've done, then writing for the digital, the web, which is, different. And so writing for news for television is one of the toughest things I've done. And I was talking with this about somebody. I was not I did not have I wasn't doing the best at it. And my fear was that they were going to say something about it. Should have been they weren't going to say anything at all, and they were going to ghost me. like they were 18-year-old little boys and little girls using Tinder for the 50th time in a week. When did ghosting become so popular? I don't understand. I mean, understandable. I used to ghost, and then I realized it was very hurtful, and then I apologized to those women that I did it to, and I have not done it since. And it's been maybe since I started this website. This is not a podcast. Anyway, called them out on their BS, and finally I will be scheduled within the next week. Oh my God, I'm so excited because now I have. I don't want to get too far into the weeds. But let's just say that I'm ready to get back to work. It was fine that first week, and then when it became that second week, I started going, "Oh no, I need something." But I've had to resort back to old work practices that I am not fond of, such as dog walking. and reaffirmed my thoughts that I hate dogs. So let's move on to this. Let's move on to the first topic. Let's move on to the first topic. This one, the next one, the one after the first two. Let's do the first three and then move on to the last three. Four. There's seven total. Last week, this happened after I stopped doing the podcast. Lee Unkrich parting ways with Pixar after 25 years. He's one of the big guys, one of their hive mind. I actually have the book here in my book bag. It's perpetually in my book bag. It's called Creativity Inc. Overcoming the Unseen Forces That Stand in the Way of True Inspiration, written by Ed Catmull, who's the president of Pixar Animation and Disney Animation, with Amy Wallace. Okay. I didn't know that. I believe it was Ed Catmull and a couple of other people. Just see me sitting in the car just talking to myself with these lights on. I just feel I'm not embarrassed because they don't know who I am, but still. People, we got this guy, Lee Unkrich, who's been part of since their first movie. He's been part of the company forever. He's leaving. He said this last Friday. This comes from Deadline. Won 2 Oscars for directing Coco, he's directing Coco and Toy Story 3. Here's the thing. I know I've mentioned this before. Pixar has a way with, they want to similarly promote people of color projects like Coco, but also not fully give control over to people of color. Well, that's me saying that they love having white people do the heavy lifting. Which is, I understand not every black or Mexican or, Latino. We got to be proper now, guys. Black, Latino, other races, Asian. Not all races are going to have a chance in charge, what they should, but come on. Let's see. Pete Docter, who was named Chief Executive Officer of Pixar Animation Studios after the exit of the co-founder, John Lasseter, officially departed, also waited on Uncrich's exit. Lee arrived at Pixar as we were crafting Toy Story, and he's had a profound effect on all Pixar films since. You can go read this blurb yourself, but anyway, he's leaving. It'll be sad to see that they have this thing called the Brain Trust, I believe that's what it's called, where, again, it was just a bunch of white people get together and say, and not judge the movies, but take a look at their current slate of films that are coming out and say, hey, is this where this is going? And all this stuff like that. He'll be missed. Next, moving on. Let's see what this is. This is something I just want to glaze over. The New Mutants is rumored to be delayed again, possibly released on Hulu. This movie has had so much trouble. New Mutants is a spinoff of the X-Men series with, you guessed it, a bunch of New Mutants from the X-Men universe. And it's having trouble because of the 20th Century Fox merger with Walt Disney Pictures companies. And, of course, the mainline X-Men movies, which is actually having a release this year called X-Men Dark Pheenus. X-Men Dark Pheenus. I'm going to write that down. Dark Pheenus. That's funny. Anyway, which is having a release this year. This movie's been in and out of hot water for the past couple of years, because of its what it is. Apparently, it's not good. This comes from tweets. This is from comicbook.com. This comes from tweets of Scott Bechtel. Bechtel. Just heard a whisper through the grapevine, New Mutants will be delayed again. Fox and Boone are really struggling to come to terms with comprehensible finished product. That's so sad. They're looking to release it in early November, but Fox is still toying with the Hulu release in October for New Mutants. They're still trying to decide which method would have more returnable value for an otherwise dead-on-arrival film. That sucks because Maisie Williams is in it, and I don't know who else is in this movie. Maisie Williams, and I think she's the biggest star in this movie. So there we go. New Mutants is it's supposed to be a horror movie, and it's had horrors itself. I'm turning this light back on because no one else is looking at me. Next up, I just want to mention this in passing. High Flying Bird. It's a new movie from Steven Soderbergh, who said he was not going to do movies anymore. Like 5 years ago, cut to 5 years later, he's done 3 movies and a TV show, I believe. Yeah, and a TV show for HBO. This one is, did I turn it on or off? The car turned off. All right. This is called High Flying Bird, and it's again another movie shot on an iPhone. Please, somebody get Soderbergh a freaking camera, because and it looks like a shot on the iPhone. I don't care if you're Steven Spielberg working with Jesus Christ. You don't need to just shoot movies on cameras. All right, Soderbergh. I don't care if you have an iPhone 7 Plus. Also, using an outdated phone, get an iPhone X. iPhone XR, excuse me, I don't know. Which one's the most expensive one? XS. Like I'm mad at Steven Soderbergh. And finally, before we go to break, what will happen, this is from Variety, written by Daniel Holloway, what will happen to The Simpsons as Disney takes over Fox. I want to give you a little refresher course. Disney's taking over Fox. It's a whole big thing. But they're not, while they are taking over things that Fox doesn't own on the Fox network, such as The Simpsons and I think Family Guy. I'm not entirely sure who owns Family Guy. Everything on the Fox network is going to be owned by Fox. That means everything that's produced by Fox itself, Fox proper. So that's why Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Last Man on Earth were canceled, not because of ratings. They were canceled because Fox didn't own it right before this merger, and they probably were canceled because of ratings. You know, it's strange. When Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I'm going to check the waveforms here and see if we're still going. When Brooklyn Nine-Nine was canceled, there was an outrage. People were like, well, where's Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Like millions and millions of people. And I thought to myself, why weren't you watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine? They probably would have sold it to a different network. Just if you watch the show. And then I see so Brooklyn Nine-Nine returned 2 weeks ago or last week. Or 2 weeks ago, two weeks ago. And then I saw the returns for last week's episode, which is the second week it's been back. And they were down 48%. If you like a show, if you say you like a show, the light bulb burned out. That's sad. If you say you like a show, what the hell? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be cursing. If you say you like a show, just watch it. I mean, I'm sitting here messing with my car. What is this person behind me doing? Oh, they're parked. Okay. Anyway, just watch the show. Just watch it. It doesn't make sense. Just watch the show. I need to stop messing with this car thing. So, The Simpsons is going to end its 30th season this year. And there's talks of a renewal for up to season 32. Then after that, who knows? The Simpsons is what is described in this article as a loss leader for Fox Broadcasting. Here's this paragraph. I don't want to describe this myself because I know I'll get something wrong. The network sheds money on a per episode basis, with costs increasing over the years because animation is really expensive. But those and the contracts, this is why we had an issue, I think about 4 or 5 years ago, when Harry Shearer wanted to leave and everybody's contracts were getting more and more expensive, whatever. Those are 2 separate incidents. I don't know why I brought that up. But those losses have been more than offset by the money the show makes for the studio, which is a lot. When corporate sibling FX Networks secured cable and streaming syndication rights for the show, it's embarrassing when I mess up. Rights for the show in a 2013 deal valued at the same time as much as $750 million, the back end for a 20th increased dramatically. What it's saying is they make more money in reruns than they do in airing new episodes. But the more new episodes they have, the more reruns for the future they have. That's a lot of money on the table. If you watch FX X and FX Now, you can see that they play The Simpsons constantly. I think it's about 6 nights a week now. And they play a mishmash episodes, one from 97, one from 2008, one from 91, one from 2015. It's crazy. It's great. I love it because I watch The Simpsons every day, which is not a joke. After the Disney deal is complete, FBC, Fox Broadcasting Corporation, and 20th Century Fox will no longer share a balance sheet. The network will remain in the hands of Rupert Murdoch's slimmed down new Fox, while the studio will become part of the Disney ABC television group. This is the first time that Disney's going to have to, and Fox are going to have to come to 20th century is going to have to come to terms with what in the world is going on with The Simpsons and how much money it costs to run it. I don't know why you slowed down, lady. Complicating matters is an untapped well of money hidden in Springfield. Being as old as it is, The Simpsons is a relic of a bygone television era. This is just somebody just saying stuff now. We'll skip ahead. Blah, 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 blah. But in the case of The Simpsons, the original deals have kept the Fox studio from being able to fully exploit the show's value, which is true. Basically saying in a contract, they just can't, in the contracts that they have for The Simpsons, they can't just air it on reruns forever and stuff like that. With the FX deal, which expires in 2023, which is new for me, was set, Fox had to get permission from the stations to which it had originally licensed The Simpsons for an exception covering cable and streaming. So I believe that is something like MeTV, which was the WB back like maybe 10, 15 years ago. They would air like episode of The Simpsons at like 4 o'clock, 2 episodes at 4 and 4:30, and then 2 at 7 and 7:30. No new broadcast deal can be cut until the show leaves FBC in 2023. If The Simpsons were to end its run on Fox with its 32nd season, that would free Disney to negotiate a new deal or deals covering broadcast, cable, and streaming that would potentially dwarf the $750 million paid by FX. That's a gigantic library of shows. Remember, it'll be 663 episodes by May of 2019. Disney has a multitude of options. Basically what he's saying is by the time season 32 happens, they'll have 700 plus episodes. They can basically take 200 episodes and say, all right, these are the only ones that can air on cable. Take 300 episodes and say, hey, these are the only ones that can air on streaming. Take another 200 and say, hey, these are the ones that are syndicated on broadcast via ABC or Fox. Oh, no, not Fox. ABC. That could cause more money to be spent on episodes for people who are buying reruns and stuff, saying, hey, we want this instead of $750 million for the all 600. They could say $800 million for the first 500 episodes or the middle 500 episodes, whatever episodes you want. Disney could also opt to forego an outside deal and instead use The Simpsons as a platform on which to build out Disney Plus or Hulu in much the same way that FX used to establish then nascent offshoot FXX. Which is, I mean, it's one of the reasons why I would still have, if I could afford it, I would still have cable or Hulu with live TV, which just raises prices. Jesus, to $45 for live TV? Or YouTube TV, whichever, or Comcast or whatever, just whatever you can sign in on to watch FXX. I would have that. When the show ends, this is a quote from media consultant Brad Adgate. He was built for advertising. When the show ends, I would think that it would be because the creators of the show and the producers don't want to do it anymore, not because two media conglomerates come together. He thinks the show deserves a better ending. But yeah, I do agree. I don't think that the show will end based on the merits of, saying, hey, Disney wants more money for this. Because some money's better than no money. But Disney will be getting money in the, God bless that person who's speeding, in the process anyway. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a real quick break. And then we're going to come right back, talk about the Oscar nominations. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the Constitution Podcast. Conan came back last night. I did not get a chance to watch it. I will watch all of it this week, and I will get back to you next week. Oh my gosh, I had 3 other topics I want to talk about, but I can't talk about that. I'm going to type in new Conan here, And then, and since so many of these things have so many episodes, the things I want to talk about, which is, I mean, it's nothing important. It's just that I started watching the Titan Games, Schooled. I have an issue with that show, the spinoff of the Goldbergs, and the new Conan stuff. So we'll talk about that next week. But right now, we're going to talk about the Oscar nominations. Okay. All right. Oscar nominations, great, very predictable year this year. But there's a lot of surprises in here. Black Panther got that Best Picture nomination that people wanted so badly. Again, it's a superhero movie. I don't understand why it had to be, why there was such a kerfuffle about it. I think one of the issues is people wanted it in there because it was a and I should be happy for it, but I mean, I am happy for it. I just don't care because it's a superhero movie. People were happy for it because it was a black thing, black superhero movie. Apparently in the world's first black superhero movie, which is way after Shaft. Not Shaft. What? Steel, you idiot. Oh my gosh. And they want it to be this Best Picture thing, but I really hope it doesn't win. Don't vote for something just because it has a bunch of black people or Asian people or Latino people. Someone just went down a one-way street the wrong way. Or Latino people. Don't just do that. Because it's, I mean, come on, it's a superhero movie. It shouldn't beat the likes of, here are the other nominees for Best Picture: Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody, I really don't care about, The Favorite, Green Book, Roma, A Star is Born, Vice. There are other movies that I don't want to say deserve it because then it look like I'm trying to shoot down a black production. But there are other movies that are better suited for the winning. I think Black Klansman was a better movie. I think Sorry to Bother You. We'll talk about Snubs in a second. Sorry to Bother You was not nominated for anything. I think it's the best movie of the year last year, besides that Spider-Man movie and the Teen Titans Go movie. Now, I know I just crapped on superhero films, but both of those movies were so great. And Blind Spotting. So many more better movies that should have been recognized. Actress in a leading role is the girl from Roma, Yalitza Aparicio. Glenn Close from The Wife, Olivia Colman, The Favorite, Lady Gaga, Star is Born, Melissa McCarthy, Can You Ever Forgive Me? Which is a surprise because I don't think anybody saw that movie. I want to see that movie. I have the script. I want to see the movie, of course. Oh, you better not hit my car. Backing out van. Actor in a leading role, Christian Bale, Vice, Bradley Cooper, Star is Born, Willem Dafoe, At Eternity's Gates, Rami Malek, Bohemian Rhapsody, Viggo Mortensen, Green Book. Lights turned off again. Directing, Black Klansman, Spike Lee, Cold War, Paweł Pawlowski. I think apparently it's racist to not try to pronounce someone's name, but you know, we all try these things. The Favorite, Yorgos Lanthimos, Roma, Alfonso Cuarón, Vice, Adam McKay. Very interesting about this year's, what I've noticed this year is that every year more and more people get a chance to view these movies easier. I know, and in Oscars past, you missed a movie. But now there's Netflix has their movie Roma and the Ballad of, what is this girl doing? Don't you dare trying to come up here and try to talk to me. I am a taken man. Oh, she wasn't trying to talk to me. Okay. Embarrassing. Like when I was opening the door, I said, "No, I am not single." She's like, "What?" "You're on my podcast." Oh, she just looked very sad. Let's get a timestamp for this. Okay. 24 minutes. Any Hoosers. So now we have an easier way to watch these movies. Vice is still in theater. A lot of these movies are still in theaters. A lot of them, if they're made by streaming networks or acquired by streaming networks, they'll be put on streaming networks beforehand. I know Amazon put on a ton. I must be super bright now. Oh, she's almost backed into the car. I know Amazon put on Beautiful Boy. Netflix has Roma and Ballad of Buster Scruggs. You can still watch The Favorite. Black Klansman is now on DVD. A Star is Born is now available digitally. So is Bohemian Rhapsody. Vice is still in theaters. But I remember like 2 years ago, there were movies that I just couldn't see. And you'd have to wait till after Oscar season to see them. So it's wonderful. Adam McKay, Vice. Actor in a supporting role, Mahershala Ali, Green Book. I would argue that's a starring role, but you know what? This is going to be an easy win for him. Sam Elliott, A Star is Born. Adam Driver, Black Klansman. Richard E. Grant, Can You Ever Forgive Me? Sam Rockwell, Vice. Actress in a supporting role, Amy Adams, Vice. Marina de Tavira, Roma. Regina King, If Beale Street Could Talk. Emma Stone, The Favorite. Rachel Weisz, The Favorite. I think a lot of people complain about the women and men being separated. I think it's fine. Just I don't think it's if you cut down the amount of award space for people, then we only have 5 people, and then it's like 2 women and 3 men, or 3 women and 2 men, or whatever. People are going to complain. They say there's not enough women, there's not enough men, there's not enough black people, there's not enough. Wow. That's why we gotta just make it as wide as possible. Let people come in. Adapted screenplay: Battle of Buster Scruggs, Joel and Ethan Coen. Black Klansman: Charlie Wachtel, David Rabinowitz, and Kevin Willamette and Spike Lee. Why do they put ands between all of them? Can You Ever Forgive Me? Nicole Holofcener and Jeff Whitty. If Beale Street Could Talk. Barry Jenkins. Star is Born. Eric Roth, Bradley Cooper. A screenplay by Eric Roth and Bradley Cooper and Will Fetters. Why do they put so many ands in here? Original screenplay: The Favorite. Deborah Davis, Tony McNamara, First Reformed. Paul Schrader, Green Book. Nick Vallelonga, who I think is the guy whose dad is portrayed by Viggo Mortensen. Brian Curry, Peter Farley, Roma. Alfonso Cuarón, Vice. Adam McKay. All right, and then there's a whole bunch more I don't want to read through. Also getting super dark outside. This is a great selection of movies. I think there are a lot of awards that are just going to be given to movies, like film editing. They're going to be given to movies, obviously, but just given to movies as, I guess, backup awards is what I want to say. Not backup awards, but awards that, you still get an Oscar, but it's not the one you want. Like Bradley Cooper was not nominated for directing, but I guarantee he'll be nominated for, not nominated, not nominated for directing, but I guarantee he'll win the original song for Shallow. Unless, I don't think he wrote Shallow. I think that was Mark Ronson. Shallow. Oh, that was Lady Gaga. Well, I don't know if he'll win Best Actor, but original song is also very interesting. All the stars, and so that means Kendrick Lamar and SZA. I shouldn't do that. That's weird. Then there's got Mary Poppins, Star is Born, but I think A Star is Born is going to win that one. Visual effects, we got an Infinity War, that Marvel movie. Disney might take this home because it's got Solo, Avengers, Christopher Robin. Then Ready Player One for some reason, and then First Man. All of them beautiful movies. Didn't see a lick of Solo. Don't care much about Avengers. Don't give a flying F about Ready Player One, but those are all good-looking movies. But yeah, it's a different mix this year. It's going to be great. Can't complain about race in this one. Soon it's going to be. I'll stop talking. I was going to say something very ignorant. Got a text or an Instagram message. Of course, let's take a look at the nominations by the numbers. Roma got 10. The Favorite got 10. So that means Netflix got 10. For the first time in history, a streamer got that many nominations. But if we're talking about regular theater films, that's so rude. If we're talking about regular studio movies, The Favorite wins 10. Star is Born got 8 nominations. Vice got 8. Black Panther 7. Black Klansman 6. Bohemian Rhapsody 5. Green Book 5. First Man. All of these movies got more than one. First Man 4. Mary Poppins Returns 4, Battle of Buster Scruggs 3, Can You Ever Forgive Me 3, Cold War 3, If Beale Street Could Talk 3, Isle of Dogs 2, Mary Queen of Scots 2, Never Look Away 2, RGB 2. And they're all the same movie. I mean, they all got more than one. It's a type of movie that people really wanted. So, not wanted, but the Academy really favored. Interesting. Disney 17, Fox Searchlight 15, Netflix 15, Annapurna 11, Universal 9, Warner Brothers 9, Focus Features. Excuse me, I said Netflix got 10 nominations when I was talking about Roma. It got 15 total because of Ballad of Buster Scruggs. Focus Features 8, 20th Century Fox 5, Sony Pictures Classics 4, Amazon Studios 3, Annapurna 11, Magnolia Pictures, Participant Media, CNN Films 2, and that must be RPG. And, or I might be wrong. Paramount 1. Those are all the nominations by studios and how many movies. But there are some snubs. A lot of snubs. As I said before, Bradley Cooper, his directing in A Star Is Born. If he was gonna get nominated for that, then I guarantee he would at least win actor. But now it's up in the air. First Man got a snub out of all of the main categories. Very true. Timothée Chalamet did not get recognized for Beautiful Boy. John David Washington, his first starring role, Black Klansman, didn't get nominated. Sucks. He was good. He was really good. This is all from Variety. Ethan Hawke, First Reformed. Who wrote this, actually, so I don't get blamed for any of this? Ramen Satuda, whatever. Sorry, not whatever. I don't want to be rude. Emily Blunt for both A Quiet Place and Mary Poppins Returns. To be fair, A Quiet Place was not going to be nominated for anything regardless. Not to be rude. But it's very interesting that Mary Poppins Returns, if Black Panther didn't come out, I think Mary Poppins Returns would have taken that spot. I'm making a joke, but that's very true because people love that type of crap. Michael B. Jordan, who cares? Toni Collette for Hereditary. I don't know if any horror movie was nominated for Academy Awards. Nicole Kidman for Destroyer and Boy Erased. Very true. Won't You Be My Neighbor? Yep. For Best Documentary. 8th Grade for Screenplay. It's in my queue on Amazon. I'll watch it at some point, but I just don't care much about watching a little white girl struggle with her life. Burning for Best Foreign Film. Roma. Both. Oh, surprise. Oh, those are surprises. Oh, there's some surprises in here. A lot of snubs, though. And that's pretty much it. And like I said, Sorry to Bother You was not nominated for anything. Blind Spotting, neither. But I think Blind Spotting could have had a chance. I mean, not Blind Spotting. Sorry to Bother You could have had a chance. Very interesting to see all this stuff not be recognized. It really sucks. Like a lot of these movies, again, I think superhero movies are overrated. Anyway, we live in a world that goes with the grain. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to watch, and sometimes you gotta miss it. Sorry to Bother You was snubbed. Very interesting to see these movies live like this. Any Hoosers, check out the Oscars, February 23rd, Sunday, I believe. February 23rd. Check it out. It'll be great. No host this year. Jiminy Christmas. All right, I gotta go because the lights keep turning off and they're extremely hot. Oh my God. Okay. Hey, listen, if you like what you heard here, and if you like what you saw here, for some ungodly reason you liked any of this, head on over to the website, cpluscomedy.com, that has gotten just a teensy bit of a revamp. We've got an interview coming out very soon. That was rescheduled. Tell you a little story. It was rescheduled for today. At the exact time I'm shooting this, did not get a chance to do it because 10 minutes before I was rushing to my car. Get a phone call. Hey, Chad, can we reschedule? I said, all right, that's fine. So now it's rescheduled for tomorrow. The time of this recording, it'll be tomorrow at 4 o'clock. It's a person that I reached out to, so hopefully it's going to happen. He's a nice guy. He's a very funny comedian. There we go. So you can check that out. It'll be coming at you soon. And then I just looked at this girl who just saw me holding this microphone and looking at this camera. So you can check it out. Do you need directions? I'm just joking. Oh God. Check it out. Check it out. It'll be Ron Funches. It'll be great. Hopefully, this episode will go up to tomorrow, the day I do his interview. So maybe I'll include a little bit of his interview in the audio version of the show. I don't know. we'll see what happens. Also, head to the website, cpluscomedy.com, where you got the latest videos, features, and all that stuff. You can always also head to the website if you want to see me for some ungodly reason do this show live. Head on over to youtube.com/cpluscomedy. She came back, and I'm just trying not to make eye contact. Head on over to the website, cpluscomedy.com. Oh, wait, youtube.com/cpluscomedy. You can, where's she going? Oh, she's backing up now. Oh, she's moving her car. Is she? Oh, she's hopping in her car. No, she's doing something. Okay. youtube.com/cpluscomedy. Watch the video version of the show. Also watch News Time, which is the weekly entertainment news show that I do. It's like the Daily Show, but way less funny. She's walking by again. Okay, it's like the Daily Show, but way less funny. This, take a different topic every single week. Make a story out of it. This week's episode was about this happens every time. I don't know why I don't write this down. It's about something. Let's see how they go. Oh, it's about the Fire Festival documentaries, which were fantastic. Oh my God, I love them so much. Both of them were so great. Even the Netflix one, even though I said it was produced by the guys who threw on the Fire Festival, the people that threw on the Fire Festival too. So anyway, check it out. It's a good episode. It's talking about how celebrities can really affect your bottom line when it comes to being a business. Check it out. It's good. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and hang up here. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Subscribe to this podcast. Tell your friends. I love you. Follow us on Instagram at @CPlusComedy. Follow us on Twitter at @CPlusComedy. I love you. Follow me on Twitter at @ChatBlackWhite. Follow me on Instagram at @ChatBlackWhite. Bye.